At Coyote that morning, the air was heavy and motionless, as if the desert itself was holding its breath. The previous night a storm had swept through, soaking the ground with ozone and red earth inside Robyn's home. Although the bare bank account was the reason she paced in quiet terror rather than the weather, the household account was empty when she logged on with only $37.33 remaining and no deposit pending after Kody's latest podcast appearance, where he tore for 2 hours on masculine energy and accused his kids of being too weak to make it in polygamy. The TLC funding had ended months earlier and sponsorships had dried up. The cameo requests had also slowed to a trickle. They had no money. They were notorious to make matters worse. The hate speech online has escalated to threats after a fan forum theorized that Dayton was looking for freedom. He had been doxxed. Aurora had shut down all social media accounts. Brianna wouldn't come out of her room. Ariella had even begun to question why her church friends were all telling her that her father was on drugs. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Cradling her phone. Robyn sat at the kitchen island. She heard Kody screaming at the landscaper outside about alignment and root trauma jargon he had learned in his newest YouTube therapy session. His voice was rough and more resentful than usual, like someone had stirred vinegar into his blood. He paced like a mad prophet, unshaven and naked in the sunlight. Robyn shut her eyes. She recalled when his anger had used to seem like passion, when he would stand with arms outstretched in the living room and preach about eternal kingdoms, family unity, and celestial marriage. Back then he had sounded like a leader. He just sounded confused now, and it had all been made possible by her. Robyn turned to see Dayton standing there as the door behind her cracked open. He was now taller, bearded, and had the look of a guy in his 20s who had aged not by years, but by surviving. His eyes had no illusion, but they were stern, not harsh. "Mom," he said, "I have to speak with you." She stiffened. "I know regarding the letter, no." He said almost everything. He pulled a chair out. He was walking slowly and deliberately, like he was choosing to hold himself in check. Robyn could sense her heartbeat speeding up. He stated, "I'm gonna live with Dad." Robyn's hands were shaking. "You are not romantically involved with him." "I do now," said Dayton. He held out his hand, asserted to want to assist, said that if I went public, he would cover my college expenses. Robyn's jaw dropped. "Dayton is playing tricks on you." Dayton yelled, "He's telling the truth. He showed me the bank documents." "Robyn, you told me there weren't any." Robyn blinked. "What you told me, that nothing was left, that the family has received everything he did. However, show me the deposits to your LLC, over $100,000 for the past 3 years. Her voice broke. "It was for the company, the jewelry, Mom." "Nobody purchased the jewelry since 2021. The company has not been in business yet." The money continued to come in. Robyn's face turned red with shame. Those settlements had been concealed. "It's for emergencies," she told herself in reality. Though she had panicked, she had been brought up in poverty. Survival relied on money. "You lied to me," Dayton said. "Even if I did not wish him to adopt me, you allowed him to do so. I was 15, it was love, you said, but it was control." She parted her lips, then shut them. He said, "I'm filing paperwork. The adoption must be reversed. I will also speak to the media with or without your consent." Robyn made contact. "Please, Dayton," as he stood. He said, "Don't touch me, not until you discover the true meaning of the truth for yourself." Before she could stop him, he departed. The Arizona sun was scorching Robyn's cotton dress. As she stood on the front porch, Dayton was sitting blankly on the porch swing, while Kody was pacing on the lawn with his arms crossed. Kody growled, "You'll do it because I said so. We're a family. You're my son." Dayton whispered, "I'm not your son." Robyn moved forward. Please, Dayton, sweetie. He adores you. He just doesn't know how to show it. Kody world, excuse me. But Robyn was already on her knees beside Dayton and grinding out between her clenched teeth. This is your chance, my love-a-dad, a real one. Dayton's eyes were empty as he looked at her. Then he nodded. The internet exploded. Thousands of comments poured onto Reddit forums. Videos of Kody screaming at Dayton, ignoring him, and bullying him into family prayer groups that he obviously did not want to be a part of were all over Twitter. In a message, TLC condemned Kody's actions. In the meantime, Kody responded the only way he knew how. By going on Instagram Live to go on a rant, he screamed, "These kids are soft. They stab you in the back after you give them everything. The world has corrupted Dayton. He is no longer my son. There was no hint of Robyn." Mary had a binder of papers as she sat on a white chair outside her bed in breakfast. 4 months she had been gathering them, financial documents, texts, and statements, evidence she had had enough of silence. She wiped her eyes and leaned forward as the camera crew switched the lights. She alleged, "I was silent for more than 10 years because I believed that loyalty was more important than justice, but I will no longer be complicit." The binder turned open. "This proves that Robyn stole money from our shared account. She was buying new furniture while I was living off popcorn and ramen noodles. Kody knew he let it happen under his watch. Within hours, the video went viral. Kody was raging back and forth through the living room. All of them have betrayed me. Christine, Janelle, and even Mary, of all people, Mary. I kept her alive. I gave her a future pale. And still." Robyn sat quietly on the couch. Kody said, "They'll come crawling back. They always do. I am needed by them. They need a father figure." In a whisper, Robyn said, "They do not." Kody stopped. "What?" Her eyes were hollow as she looked up at him. "You are not needed by them, nor do I." For a moment he just stared. Then his face was filled with anger. "You're an ungrateful witch." Then in a single horrifying moment, he grabbed her by the shoulders and across the room. Robyn nevertheless did not cry this time. She just stared at him, blank, resigned. He let her go. His hands were clenched in his hair. He shouted, "I gave you everything." "No," Robyn muttered. "You took everything. You also left me with nothing." With her suitcase in her hand, she walked past him and out the door, appearing on the Today Show. Dayton said he was starting over from scratch and prompted other reality TV children to speak out and get help. Mary is reading passages from her memoir about the financial betrayal and emotional abuse that occurred in the family on her new podcast. Unveiled. Christine and Janelle are launching a nonprofit organization for survivors of family narcissism and religious oppression. Robyn sits by herself in her Las Vegas condo, trembling as she looks at a small picture of her children broken and bitter. Kody screamed into the emptiness while living streaming shirtless in a hotel room. "Eyes was the head of this family. The prophet was me. And there's more after leaving hair polygamous marriage. Mary Brown has been dating, but the Sister Wives season 19's actress hasn't had much luck. Mary Kody Brown's first wife was 54 years old. In the end, Kody would have 4 women and 18 kids. Mary was used to the concept of polygamy because she was raised in a culture that practiced it. She was actually compelled by her faith to practice plural marriage. Mary tried as much as possible to make her polygamous marriage to Kody work. But it was never successful. After 32 troubled years of marriage, Mary and Kody broke up in 2022. She was not the first wife to leave him. She moved out of the house after the second wife, Janelle Brown, and the third wife, Christine Brown. Kody was down to his fourth wife, Robyn Brown, 45. By the time season 19 of Sister Wives premiered, Mary has been searching for love since she discovered she was single again. Her divorce did not break her heart. Mary hasn't found the one yet despite dating and even being in a short committed relationship. The Sister Wives Season 19 star gladly announced that she had a new boyfriend in January 2024. Given that it was her 53rd birthday, the day was particularly auspicious when Mary introduced Amos Andrews. She appeared to be on the mend and happier than ever, having broken up with Kody. Mary hoped she had at last found a happy ending with a man who wanted to be with her after years of abuse at the hands of her ex-husband. Unfortunately, the two were not meant to be. Mary appeared happy, but it soon became obvious that Amos wasn't the person she had imagined him to be. Amos allegedly showed domineering behavior and an interest in reality TV celebrities founded on one of his 4 previous wives, who spoke to the U.S. Sun. Amos had a dubious past. Founded on court records the publisher managed to procure for the past 7 years, he has been involved in a vicious child support fight. Prior to meeting Mary, Andrew was also in a serious relationship, and it was unclear when they split. Mary publicized her breakup on Instagram in February 2024. Mary described that though she and Amos loved each other very much, their romance wasn't going to pan out after her breakup with Amos. She was single for a while. The Sister Wives Season 19 star prioritized her business empire, herself, and her health. Other than losing weight, Mary launched a new life coaching company. Mary was left on her own after her sole child, Dayton Brown, 29, came of age and moved away to another state. It is her hope that she will soon meet the right man. Mary has not kept secret her desire to find love again. She likely hopes she was as fortunate as Dayton Brown. Christine was the first to exit the marriage despite being Kody's 3rd wife. After 27 years of marriage and 6 children, Christine ended it with Kody in 2021, soon after she began dating and met David Woolley. Not long after Christine and David got married in 2023, after a brief romance, and she has never been happier. Mary hasn't had any success yet, but is hoping to find what Christine found. Janelle Brown, Mary's second ex-sister wife, is also single after 29 years of marriage and 5 kids. She broke up with Kody in 2022. Janelle has no intention on finding love. Unlike Christine and Mary, she does not feel like going out and love again, but she would date if the right person came along. The Sister Wives Season 19 star revealed in an interview with the Sibling Revelry podcast that she does not plan to ever get married or even date again. She said, "I am done," and added, "I love my single life." From the beginning, Mary and Kody had trouble maintaining their marriage. The Sister Wives couple's situation got worse with time, and they eventually ceased living together. As husband and wife, Mary had endured Kody's neglect for much too long. She didn't believe in divorce and was determined to live up to the polygamous ideal on religious grounds, even after Kody informed her he had never loved her. She continued, "Mary shook as she heard that she believed they had once been really in love, but she knew they were unhappy anymore." Besides, Kody accused Mary of pushing him towards polygamy. Kody ultimately conceded that he never intended the mean things he uttered about Mary and his other ex-wives on Sister Wives Season 19. He said that his tantrum was a result of painful listening. To him, professing love for them must have been reassuring to his previous partners, but the hurt was already present. Mary would obviously have difficulty trusting the next man who claims to love her. There were others who deceived Mary along with Kody. The Sister Wives Season 19 star started dating a man she met on the internet more than 10 years ago. Mary soon discovered that the man she was talking to was actually a woman who had been lying to her. They had catfished Mary. Mary might never be able to trust anyone again. After being lied to so many times, she might not be able to find true love because of her not being able to trust it. Appears that there is still more to learn about sister wives, the daughter of Kody Brown and his ex-wife Christine Brown. Gwendolyn Brown is now speaking out about what it was like to grow up on camera. Gwendolyn shared her experiences of filming with her large family. Alongside other reality celebrity kids, she also confessed that when she was younger, she was really interested in the show's filming process, but that changed somewhat over time. Further, the show may be coming to a close. If rumors are to be believed, Gwen talked with Teen Vogue. "We just got thrown into fame and thrown into money, and I stopped needing and wanting things." She suggested the show rescued her family from a poverty-stricken situation at the start of the show. "When a child isn't hungry, life is much easier," she continued. "At first, it was really a blessing. Even though the show is in its 19th season and growing in popularity," Gwendolyn said she and her 17 siblings weren't paid directly for appearing. She said the parents were the only ones who got paid by the network. "We didn't get paid, but I don't know if they thought the parents were supposed to pay us kids." Gwendolyn said her mother Christine offered to pay her kids. Although Gwendolyn isn't sure of her exact earnings, throughout the years, she said that it definitely hasn't been an even share. TLC also contacted the publication. Payment is made in accordance with contractual obligations and applicable labor laws and regulations. They claim Christine, who remarried David Woolley after divorcing Kody in 2021, revealed that money is put aside for kids' college expenses and cars. However, she admitted that Gwendolyn and her siblings did not get paid. Her memoir, which will be published in September, might have more details regarding Gwendolyn. She sees reality television differently. "Now I'm growing less fond of it. I thought this is my normal." She continued, "It's strange too, because all of a sudden I'm thinking this doesn't have to be my normal." The lives of sister wives center around Kody Brown, his 4 wives and their 18 kids, as they attempt to live in a society that doesn't always embrace polygamy. A number of the marriages have ended through the years, regardless of how the show started. In addition to their late son, Garrison Kody, and Janelle have 5 children in total. At age 25, Garrison passed away in March 2024. His death was considered a suicide. The family found this particularly challenging as they were having their lives recorded on reality television. The family talked about the moment they learned of Garrison's death on the most recent episode. In this episode, Kody also came up with a devastating confession following the death of his son, Garrison Brown, in the newest Sister Wives episode. Kody Brown made a devastating admission. The loss of Kody and Janelle's kid was discussed in the May 4th program, after the TLC network assured viewers that the subject will be further examined. Garrison was only 25 years old when he committed suicide. In March 2024, he died at home in Flagstaff, Arizona, in the years before his passing. There had been conflict in Kody's connection with Garrison. Kody thought deeply about their problems during the years following the death of his child. Later in the program, Kody went on to talk about his grief for Garrison's passing. "I've heard the phrase, 'Don't get caught in the what if train' a lot. Part of the process I'm like, I'm going to," he told her. "I'm going to die, wondering what could have been. What if I had called him? What if I had talked to you more? What would have happened if we would have gone and done more?" In his own words, "It makes me feel close to him to do the what ifs." Kody wondered aloud while speaking with Robyn, "How am I going to do this? How do I spend the rest of my days with every birthday and every holiday? All of the anger I had towards the stuff with CO and all of that. All of a sudden, that's just like it was so insignificant." he said in a tearful confession. I'm just depressed. I'm depressed over what could have been. Other family members in the program recalled when they heard that Garrison was dead. Janelle recalled texting Garrison all day, the day he died. I was aware that he had begun drinking again. I believe it was just part of the cycle that he would have binges after periods of being really good, Janelle went on. So I called Logan and Hunter, my sons. We've tag teamed. So I texted them, will you guys see if Garrison will respond to you? I said, we're on it, Mom. They said, we'll just make sure he's all right and check in with him. Mom, he's gone, Gabriel said when he called me after I was finished sleeping. I'm thinking, I have no idea what happened. He never drank as a child, she went on. He didn't like it. Didn't like the taste of it during Co. He started drinking this past year. Something happened that really got to him. They had given him all the love, all the support, all the help, all the resources beforehand. According to Janelle, I don't know what happened that night he did that, because he's had other nights like this where he would drink and then pass out, and he would go kind of radio silent. But he'd be back in the morning. Janelle said, I'm not sure what went wrong this time. It's difficult for Sister Wives fans to believe that Garrison's death has been 1 year ago. Most of his family members have openly paid tribute to him. But his departure was a sad and heartbreaking time for them. On this very sad day, Janelle was the first to pay tribute to her son. Janelle posted the message to the stars, Bowen to the stars, with a photo of Garrison cuddling his cat. Janelle posted a quote from the 1996 film Dragon Heart that talks about the instant a character's spirit reaches space before turning into a constellation. Let us know in the comments and stay connected by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks, everyone.